Hi, my name is Mecca Moth, and today we're going to be going over the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cards, specifically life lessons, because of its alleged AI usage in the community, at least. That's what everybody's saying. So let's go ahead and find it. It's a green card. I know that. Oh my gosh, my thing doesn't want to scroll. Life lessons, lessons from life. Okay. So I want to start by saying that I don't think just because something looks weird means it's AI. Okay. Sometimes artists just don't do a very good job of drawing and creating, and that's okay, but that doesn't mean it's AI. We had with the last set, the Top the Hard Headed, I think, where that person was connected to AI usage in other projects, but they still kind of showed the progress of the drawing. But because the artist was connected to AI, and it did look really bad. They probably did use AI. Um, you just can't really escape that. Now, I want to start by saying that this artist, Kevin Siddhartha, his other art looks like this. And you probably recognize a lot of these artworks. And I want to just take a look real quick at this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles card. You can see how this looks. And it looks pretty good. And if we lean in because I can't, well, I guess I can zoom in a little bit, except now my thing's gonna cut it off. We can see that this stuff kind of looks weird, and honestly, I'm gonna say that the line work on the buildings looks really bad. I'm gonna say these windows look really bad. Like, why does this window sideways when this window's like this? I'm gonna say that this background is AI, but I do think that he drew this. I'm going to say that these are also AI, but that this is actually drawn, and he probably used AI upscaling to just be like, I'm done, you know? Because his other art, oh, I'm zoomed in. His other art is great, and it looks very consistent, very like 3D looking digital style. His line work is really good. That's an important one. His line work. That is an important thing here. Okay? And I just want to go back to this card. Now, tell me what you see. Does this look like his artwork? No, I don't think it does. I don't think this looks like his artwork at all. In fact, the line art and everything, or the lining of these Ninja Turtles, it doesn't look like his usual art. But I don't think that doesn't mean he didn't draw it, okay? So we have the four main guys here, and then their sister, their friend, the female Ninja Turtle. I forgot her name. People, one, are upset that she's in there because they're like, oh, they added her for no reason, as if she isn't in the story at all. Whatever. People just love to complain. But the main issue is this here. I don't know who this is. He looks like the little guys from the Doctor Who set, I think. I think it's the Doctor Who one, the little white things. I think I have one in my binder. I don't know, but I'll put a picture up if I find it. It's cute. I don't know what this is. Is this a turtle? I don't know what he is. I don't know why he looks like Casper the Ghost. But anyways, this is what people are upset about. When I looked at this, at first I initially did not see anything wrong, okay? But after looking at his other art and everything he's done for other games like Flesh and Blood, I think Smite and some other like online card game, I started to notice some things. One, as I already said, this does not look like his normal art, okay? I don't think he didn't draw them, whatever. But this specifically, this little area right here in this orange Ninja Turtle's hands, I also don't know any of their names. I do not care. Um, this specifically looked weird to me, and not because these are like badly drawn on, like I could care less about that, but because of the way it's sitting in his hand. Let me grab some cards here. What does he have? Four? He has four cards in hand. Okay. So, oh gosh. So, like, I don't know if I can recreate the way he's sitting, but basically, I understand that they only have like four fingers, so it's just kind of like whatever. But if he was sitting this way, they're like facing us, and I don't know if that was intentional, but it looks It looks a little weird, and I think that the way that it's like just kind of sitting in his hand, maybe this guy doesn't know how turtle anatomy works. Neither do I. For anthropomorphic turtles, but it just looks a little weird. Okay, one, look how tiny this card is, and you could be like, oh, well, it's just because it's in the back. Yeah, but when you hold cards, even if you fan them out like this, like they're all pretty much the same size. There's no reason that they should be going down. The second thing that people are talking about is the dice. The numbering on the dice is off, or the way that they're numbered is off, apparently. I could care less. But this D20 looks a little weird. Its shading is very weird. It looks a little silly. These cards right here, they look like they're just floating on the table. In fact, all the cards, like, see how those ones are like, they're like tilted. They're like this. And then the ones across the table are like just sitting and they're kind of also tilted weird. They're tilted weird. They don't look like they're on a flat surface. And also just the general renderings of these. I could see like, okay, I drew the table, now draw them playing a Magic the Gathering game. AI type of thing. Because it isn't his usual art. And honestly, being commissioned for this art is a little weird. Seeing his other stuff when there's probably other artists that could have done a better job. So I would not be surprised if this artist did use AI to create this Magic the Gathering game. I would not be surprised at all. This card looks weird. All the cards look weird. Another thing I think looks weird is the way that his turtle hand is invisible, because here we can see that their hands are gigantic. Their hands are freaking huge, right? This one, I don't know what's going on with this hand. I guess he's like this. I don't know what do they only have 3 fingers? Are they like avatars like this? I don't know. He looks weird. But this, where's his gigantic freaking other fingers? They just disappeared. And I'm all for artists taking shortcuts. You take your shortcut. But this looks really bad. Look how tiny his thumb is compared to this thumb. Look at that. Look at that. It looks weird, right? Look at this thing. This guy's goggles. This one's facing this way. This one's like all the way freaking up. Like it's elevated. Like it's got more stuff around it. Maybe it does. Maybe it's a zoom in. I don't know. I don't know the lore. But this just looks bad. This looks bad. Look at how these are meshed together. His line art is so good in his other art, and I just don't understand why this looks so bad. I would also like to say that in the Spider-Man set that there was alleged AI use as well, but that Hasbro specifically does not care. Wizards of the Coast has never taken an official stance. They've been like, oh, I just hope that our artists don't use AI. But they're not stopping it. Hasbro specifically has benefited by billions of dollars this past year by using AI, and they're going to continue to use AI for their toy creation. As of February 10th, this was from, I think, their CEO or whoever runs whatever department. You can look it up. They're going to continue to use AI, and that does include for this. AI has been used for marketing. It's easier, it's cheaper. They're not going to have to hire artists, or they can have their artists cut corners by using AI. It's cheaper just to use the AI, I guess. And that's unfortunate because we have so many great sets from the past that feature so many great artists who actually cared about this. And now they're having to cut corners. And I don't know what it's like to be an artist for Magic the Gathering. I'm not an artist, and I don't know what the deadlines are like. But this is ridiculous. And this is AI. And I hope that this artist comes out and states that it is AI because this is bad. This is very bad. And I hope that people continue to criticize this because he should be ashamed for using this and not saying that it's AI. Like, immediately come out and be like, hey guys, I made this art card. Whatever, Hasbro said I had to have it done by this time. I know this isn't my usual artwork, but this is AI. Just acknowledge it. There, I mean, yes, there's stuff wrong with AI, and I have my own personal beliefs about AI, but for a game that has almost 30 years of, or does have 30 years of incredible artists and hand drawn, hand painted, digitally drawn art, for this to come out is bad. And I'm sure there's other cards in the set that are going to be AI'd, you know? And I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. I think we should just continue to criticize on the MTG subreddits. It's all valid. Your feelings are valid about this, and it is getting a little ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know, but Wizards of the Coast needs to do better. They need to put their foot down, but I know they won't. So, thank you for watching. Have a good day.